been more than 6 weeks now since the murders of 4 University of Idaho students, and despite police still having no suspect, the father of victim Maddie Mogan remains hopeful that they will catch the killer. Ben Mogan telling a local newspaper, quote, "From the very beginning, I've known that people don't get away with these things these days. There's too many things that you can get caught up on, like DNA and videos everywhere. This isn't something that people get away with that goes unsolved." Ted Williams joins us now. He's a former D.C. homicide detective and a Fox News contributor, and someone who spent a good deal of time since these murders in Idaho. And Ted, I have a really simple question. Given your experience, given that you've been there and watched these investigators at work, how on earth is it possible that we don't even have a suspect?
Well, you know, Jonathan, at this stage of the investigation, we really don't know what they have behind the scene. We know what they're telling the public. We know that they have elicited the public's help in trying to bring the killers to justice. You've got thousands of law enforcement officers working behind the scene with evidence that I hopefully, as Ben has said, will bring the killer or killers to justice, I believe.
Ted, we are all grateful always for the work that all of our police officers do. But is there any sense in your mind or any fear in your mind that there is a level of, I don't want to say incompetence, but level of perhaps inexperience with these kind of cases in this sort of smaller police force?
Well, you know, Jonathan, when I heard that the 35-person police department who had not had a homicide out there in about 7 years was the lead in this, I was deeply concerned. But now I do realize that you have the FBI and you have the Idaho State Police force that are working in conjunction with that local police department. And so you do have now a great deal of experience. I was deeply concerned, as perhaps you know, about them putting the white car out there so late. I think that a case of this nature, you need the public's help in solving this crime. Somebody, Jonathan, somebody out there have seen that white car. Somebody out there knows of someone who came home with a wound. Somebody out there knows of someone who came home with a great deal of bloody clothes. And all law enforcement need is just that one person to come forward and help them in resolving this matter.
Yeah, and Ted, this doesn't appear on the face of it, at least to me, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but the kind of crime that is committed by criminal masterminds. Surely there was a lot of DNA evidence left there. This car that you've talked about, why are they deliberately withholding a lot of information? Is that what you think is going on here?
Well, they're deliberately holding back some information. I don't know how much, but I do know that having been out there in Idaho, having been out there and walked the circumference of that crime scene, I believe from everything that I've seen and gleaned that the person or persons who committed this crime had been in that home before. And I do believe that there was a great deal of evidence that was left and that law enforcement is processing that evidence at some stage here. And I'm hoping soon that definitely they will resolve and solve this case. A crime scene cries out to investigators, and good investigators listen to the crime scene